Okay, welcome to Call of Cthulhu. We play this live every Wednesday night, and of course you can watch it on my YouTube channel later if you don't catch it here. We're playing Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express, and today is February the 25th, 2015, and this is episode 7. So, but don't worry, we'll do a little recap if you haven't seen the previous episodes, so we usually do. This guy here, Patrick, is the game master. So, what happened last week? You want to bring us up to speed?
I believe Thomas has written us a nice little summary.
Oh, okay. Well, then Thomas,
I can go over it if you want.
go for it.
All right.
No, not Thomas. Alexi.
Thomas wants to read it this time.
Damn it. All right.
All right.
All right. We are in the Dreamlands. In the wake of the murder of Blackjack the kitten, our investigators sought to discover the identity of the murderer. Henry the conductor stressed the immediate importance of this mission as his spiritual contract with the Dreamlands ensured that no cat be harmed aboard his train without the culprit being apprehended. After enlisting the aid of the cats of Ulthar, our investigators casually interrogated the passengers on the train, beginning with the Sarnathians and the Ibs. It was quickly determined that the Sarnathians were not involved, nor were the Ibs. The Ibs used a strange form of communication involving a simulated human form made of fungus. They appreciated the assistance given to them earlier by the humans and offered their cooperation if needed. Mac Mackenzie, the arms dealer Karakov, and the dancer also proved unlikely as the murderers. The suspects were being narrowed down. Miron Mem Mur, the wine trader, seemed at first to be innocent, but bloodstains on his floor proved to be cat blood. He became the primary suspect in the murder. At the same time, scratches were discovered outside the window of Madame Bruja, which led some of the investigators to highly suspect her of the crime. While our investigators were gathering together, mulling over the details of the case, a scream from Madame Bruja's suite brought them to find a creature attacking her, attempting to snatch the heart-shaped valise from her. The train itself restrained the creature, and the case proved to be empty. Our investigators now stand in front of the restrained monster. What is it? Who is it? Why is there blood on Miranmir's floor? Are the crimes related or not? Could the creature be Miranmir? Let's find out. That's where we are.
And we should mention that this episode, well, not tonight's episode, but where we're at in the story is a dream sequence in the horror on the Orient Express. If I'm explaining that well enough, but something like that. It's a little bit of an aside from the true story, right? That we're going through.
What, the Dreamlands?
Yeah.
In a way. The Dream, like I said, this campaign, like this part of the campaign is a little bit an offshoot, but it is very relevant into the place. It's not showing it, but the impact of it will.
Okay. And, oh, yeah, for those watching live, keep watching. At some point, I will give instructions on how to win a free copy of The Sea of Ash by Scott Thomas. Very, very good cosmic horror story. So keep watching for that. But we know you're really watching for the antics of all these players here. So.
Yes.
Patrick,
What's that? Oh yeah, let me put you out there. There you go.
Where did you get that, man?
I bought it.
With monies?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Turns out you can buy anything with a soul. Amazon is actually the devil.
That's not true. I think you can buy some people's souls with money. Yeah, thanks for holding that up. Okay, so what was the other thing I was going to say? I think that's it.
He can't put his name in the drawer. He already has one.
Because of these
I can get
nice overlays, I've got Kim up on the screen as an example here. Because of these nice overlays that most everybody's using, you can tell, you can be reminded of the character's name and who's playing them and so forth.
And it blocks out part of my filthy room.
Yes. So we really have to get a Wikipedia going.
I wasn't say nothing, but it's blocking the door for me.
Yes. We have to get a Wikipedia for all our characters so people can go there and read about it instead of us telling them.
Well, we don't have to go through them each time. But I was just pointing out the overlays are pretty cool.
I can put stats on the overlays.
A big thing.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Tom, thanks for creating those.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
All right. So, Patrick.
Oh, yes. My time to run the game. Okay. So, as you...
If you want. I mean, no pressure.
Yeah. No pressure at all, right? I'm just a GM. I have to make sure that all the players have fun and run one of the most difficult and well-loved campaigns of the Call of Cthulhu universe.
I hear
Renee's
this
on the
whining
message
sound.
board. Renee's on the message board saying, best way to spend a Wednesday night, watching you lovely folks delving into the dreamlands. So, no pressure, but you got to entertain her. And
here I am without my flaming knives to juggle.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to entertain our one fan.
Yes.
We got to do more than that.
One is better than none.
Alright. So,
True.
yes, we need to boost our ratings. So, someone do something controversial now.
Let's see. Full to nudity in 3, 2, 1.
Not it.
Nope.
I need some handcuffs.
Alright, so I think we should get started before we go completely off rails. Haha. Anyways.
Off
All right,
rails.
Yes.
Ron.
Yeah, so we last left our intrepid adventures on this rock and roll train that the fun ever ends, and it is with constant mind fucks going on, striving to near madness. Anyways. So, we'll start off back where we kind of left off exactly. So, you've all kind of went to the last, to the yelling of Madame Bruja, and basically, the monster was tangled by the tentacles of the train, and is kind of being held. And Madame Bruja was on the ground, and her heart-shaped valise has been opened. And basically, you're all there. Henry's there, and some of the passengers have come to see what's going on.
I do a quick scan to see if Yellow Eyes is there amongst the passengers.
No, he's not.
Huh.
So
Well
let's
then.
see if they can find a mirror on the mirror.
Sorry?
So
Mirror?
let's see if they can find him. See if he's the monster.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go look.
I'll go with
Do
you.
I have anything reflective on me? I have a divining rod, but I don't know if that made it over.
He's just down the hallway. We can go look.
I was just going to see if our yellow-eyed friend is still in his room.
Okay. I'll go look.
Yeah, I'll go look.
Alright, so, a lot of you are going to look. Is anyone going to do anything with the monster? Talk to Henry about the monster? You guys have a monster bound up.
I'm gonna run and find Henry and. There's a
No,
monster.
Henry's already there.
Yeah.
He's the you guys were all together when you guys found the monster.
Okay. Okay.
So I turn
So
to
are we
Henry.
going to have a barbecue or what?
What is it? What is it? I'm scared.
Well, we don't exactly know that the monster is guilty of anything yet.
I was just gonna say. I was gonna ask Henry. Is this one of our passengers? Is he a normal resident of this train?
No, I do not know any of residents that went aboard the train that looked like this.
Yet you said that it is impossible to board the train without tickets.
There are exceptions to every rule.
From
That's
down the hall you hear, first time for everything!
So, what do we do with this gentleman? Does he speak English?
Okay, so who's with the monster again?
No, Walter is.
I am.
Alright.
I'm more
Alright.
concerned with Madame Bruja's valise. It's open. I'm very curious. What might be inside.
Yeah, no, it's empty.
Damn it!
And it's and if I have to remind you is that the beast was trying to take the valise from her, and that it ended up like falling from her hands and onto the side. Oh, and it opened and it was empty, and then she said, you'll never find it. You'll never find it. You'll never find it.
I want to do a spot hidden and try and find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
But first, before that,
Okay.
as I was saying, could you guys roll me a psychology roll?
Okay.
Just the ones in the room with the monster?
I apparently ace it.
Oh, Lord.
Everything.
Oh, jeez.
06.
I'm gonna
Alright.
take mine.
Cheers.
So, alright, so basically you both, you look at the monster, and you see it's trying to speak, but something's holding it back. And looking in deeper, Walter, you can almost, feel like, on its own terms, it could probably speak easily, but it's something entirely else that's kind of preventing it from speaking.
Is it one of the tentacles?
No, it's not like something physical.
Hmm.
I think it's trying to speak.
Under
Now, speak up there. Speak up there. What are you saying?
Walter looks for pen and paper.
I got stationery.
There we go. And
Alright.
hand this thing some stationery.
How's it gonna write? With its claws?
Yeah.
They're claws.
Does it have like a posable give me
Like opposable digits. There's,
yeah, is it just a claw coming out of a arm or what?
It's like claws, and maybe like a thumb kind of claw.
There you go, perfect. This might work.
can you write what you're trying to say?
Yeah, really.
So the tentacles kind of loosen up a bit while still holding him,
Mhm.
and you hold out the paper, and it's like you could tell it's making an attempt, but again, something's preventing it.
I'm not in the room, but I have a great suggestion.
Yeah.
Dan, make it way back when you can. No meta.
Well, anyways, hold on a sec. So I'll transport to them to solve this thing. So you guys are looking for Moramir, and yeah, you can't find him. He's not anywhere.
Hmm.
So I'm going to assume that he is Miramir, and I'm going to come back to the room.
Yeah, okay, so that's fine.
Well, I'm not making that assumption, but I assume that he knows something about this. But yeah, I'm going back to the room too.
Alright.
What does the creature have to say for itself?
It doesn't.
It can't talk?
Looks like it wants to, but it doesn't.
Well, I have a suggestion. We have some friends that have this fungus thing that if you touch it,
Oh,
it can speak for you.
that's not a good idea.
Yeah, that could work.
Let's go see if the Ibs will help us. They said they would help us.
Mm-hmm.
There's an idea.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So while they're doing that, I want to talk to the man there.
Sorry, what did you say, Will?
I said while you guys are doing that, I want to talk to our lady friend here.
Zuza?
Bruja?
Yeah, she's the one who was attacked. She seemed to know this thing.
Mm-hmm. Hello, lady.
Yes? She's a bit, flustered from the recent attack.
I'm happy you're unharmed here, but between you and me, you seem like you got a little bit of history with this here fella. we have tied up here?
Not this fellow, exactly.
Ah, well, if he's working for somebody, you're still in trouble, and we might need to know so we can help you out.
I'm afraid my business is my own.
Well, by all means, you can do this by yourself, and obviously there will be more of these characters that you have to deal with, or perhaps we might be able to help you as well.
She scoffs at you. Ha! As if you care for my problems. I can tell you do not.
No, I don't. I'm trying to be polite.
Yeah, I mean, I could care less what happens to you, but whatever happens to you probably has some effect on us, considering that thing just could have done something to some of the other passengers.
Then I'm better off working alone.
Yeah, you seem like you did a real good job of that so far.
What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, the beings of it thing. Okay, I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, by the way, James, your spot hidden thing?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I forgot you wanted to do that, so I'll let you do that before I zoom around here.
I pass it.
Yeah, you don't find it. And also, what's kind of strange, well, you're at a disadvantage for like several reasons, but one main one is you don't know what the hell is in it. So you don't know what you're looking for, and under assumption of like something small and something that could fit in it, you're going off that assumption alone. Again, you look on as best of your abilities, you don't seem to find anything that would be in it, or it stands out enough to be in it.
This is gonna sound weird, but is there any way I can do a psych roll on Madame Bruja to get an idea of where the item might be? Like, somehow sort of notice that she's sort of trying not to look at where it is?
Give me a psych roll. Just give me the psych roll. And then I'll go from there.
Shit.
If you give me a little nudge and a couple of winks, I can be persuaded to give it a shot.
I can too.
By all means, you're all welcome to them.
Yeah, I passed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright. So, those of you who passed, you guys, looking at Madame Bruja, you can only identify one thing, and that is a rage. A rage as if you have never seen before. And it's like, you can't tell anything about her, but you can tell, like, for some goddamn reason, you can almost see this rage pouring out of her, but it's all kind of like she's contented. It's all like kind of controlled, like calculated rage inside her, and
darling,
you can't tell anything, but like you can't seem to for anything else because of it. It's like it's almost blocking.
Oh, I would love to knock you down to size, and nothing makes me gladder to see you so upset. But
Easy there, Margot.
Who pissed you off?
I don't see how that's any of your concern.
Well, apparently it is our concern because did you see in the other room? Or is it this room?
I think we're still in the same room.
Okay. Do what?
Yeah. Apparently, Madam, you having suitors come and visit you tends to threaten everyone else's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yes, it might come to
I
my
don't
room
care
next.
what you do. I don't care what you do in your bedroom, but once it starts to affect things outside the bedroom, then it concerns me.
Don't get me wrong. He
I
definitely
look at the creature. Does his claws match the marks that were outside our window?
Yeah.
Seeing is your friend here has been in our room already. Your business is our business.
So do you want to continue pretending here, lady, or do you want to try and make this easier? Because making it harder, why would we want to help?
Alright. So,
Well, I could help you right now and throw you out the window, and then it wouldn't be my problem anymore.
I just use it on this easier Margo. You don't be needing no. Goddamn, my Irish accent's gone today. You. He'll come back. Yeah, so Isaac's, trying to keep it going. Easy there, Margo. We need you to piss off.
I ain't gonna let her get her. Just calm down. Oh, business before pleasure, madam. Business before pleasure.
Anyways.
Oh, stop. Margo, don't.
You be caring a lot about helping her not punch out the old rod. My accent stuff today.
Damn it, Isaac,
I'm not getting near her.
Have you been hitting the sauce again?
I may be slightly hitting that sauce.
Right.
I think he needs more. I think that's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
Just because I'm bloody Irish doesnn mean... yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway.
Who are you kidding, Isaac?
Right. I forgot who I went. Oh, God. Anyway.
Think where we met.
I need to get myself some new friends. Anyways,
saying the same thing for the last couple of trips.
Anyways.
Go sit down, Isaac.
Let's have something to eat, Isaac.
Alright, call me if you need something stabbed or something. And he kind of stumbles out the room. Anyways. Yeah. Anyway, so basically Madame Brula kind of composes herself, puts her hands on her back. It's like, yes, it appears that you do make adequate points, despite your lack of manners.
Hey, you gotta show manners to get them later.
Oh, I got a loogie sitting right here that's waiting to get fat.
Margo, please.
You don't want to hurt her.
Business before pleasure.
Oh, it wouldn't hurt her. It'd just piss her off.
Business
Wouldn't
before
that pretty makeup?
And he says, please, madames, do not fight on my train.
I know. It's just so easy.
Anyways, moving on. As you may tell, I have an enemy.
We've established that.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
I was going to say, just one?
He is after a certain possession of mine. I will share the details, but I will not let him have this possession.
Right.
My intention is to throw it into the Gulf of Nuttons, to be rid of it, and to destroy and hopefully be rid of my enemy. For if he cannot have it, no doubt it will destroy him for not having it.
Is this something to do, friends?
Sorry?
The artifact that you're going to throw in the Gulf of Nuttons, is this something that you dreamt up?
No. It is not.
Oh, because it's an item that he wants.
It is something special.
Well,
apparently.
Needless to say, my intentions are clear. I will dispose of it, and he will not have it.
Okay.
Well, your intentions just got an innocent killed on this train, more than likely. I don't really care about this item, but your vagaries are not helping the situation.
If my enemy were to get...
It's not just us that's in danger. You don't understand. This is broken a treaty, and all of us are in some serious danger right now, and it ain't just from your enemy.
If my enemy were to get my possession, be aware that there'd be a lot more than one innocent on this train dead.
I'm not saying you got to give them what you got. I'm saying that you being vague with us is not going to help us help you.
Thank you for your clarity, Roscoe. I appreciate you.
Have I gotten the ibs yet?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. We got sidetracked. Is there anything else you guys want to ask Madame Bruja before I end this line of questioning? To go, do with the Bing's bib?
Oh.
Roscoe ain't a hitting man, but he's simply to let Margot do it.
Okay.
Hey now, there's no fighting on the train, and Henry will make sure that no.
Yeah.
Like I said, Roscoe is not a hitting man. He just might be inclined to not stop somebody else from doing it.
Yeah, well,
How is Henry going to make sure there's no fighting?
Oh, I'm sure this is
Tentacles?
Yeah,
Roscoe,
you have
do
to remember.
you smoke? Do you smoke, Roscoe?
You want? I'll pull out my cigarette case if I have it on this train.
Yeah.
I would assume I have it on this train.
Do I have a drink on me at this time?
If you go to the bar, I'm sure Isaac has some smokes and,
I think she wants to know if there's something she can throw in Madame Bruja's face right now.
You quickly make a detour and you see Isaac lying
on fire.
You see Isaac lying on the top of the bar. Yes, to me the parting glass.
right.
Oh, I'll leave you away. You seem to be well disposed at the moment.
Yeah, I want to tip him off that bar.
I'm Irish. And
I'll go to Madame Bruja and just be like, what would you say that there might be more of these quote unquote gentlemen coming to visit you?
No.
It's
Already
just
tied. He is not my enemy. He is a servant of my enemy.
okay. Kind of being vague here. So, is there one person, or will there be more people?
As far as I know, my enemy's one man.
That
Who is this
apparently
enemy?
apparently can gather the services of some very, and I did look behind me at this thing tied up with the tentacles, very unique characteristics.
Yes, he indeed has
And
unique power.
it appears to also bypass many of the train's little security systems, as it had jumped on without a ticket, and had killed something when the train is specifically designed not to.
Oh, honey, you don't have to be vague with words. You can just go ahead and share with us. We've all walked the walk of shame at one point or another in our lives. Now, who is this person?
Rather, what does this person want?
We know what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Actually, we don't know yet.
Yeah. So, give me some persuade rolls.
Okay.
Come on,
Okay.
Walter.
I'll give you some bonuses for your role playing.
This is what you're going to do, Walter.
71.
Aha!
Yeah, I made mine, barely.
All right.
All rolling one. Just give me 1 second.
0-4. I should be able to
Holy
get the
You
knickers
did
off.
it. I did.
All right. All
You
right.
must talk her underwear off at this point, probably.
All right.
Damn.
I should be
All
able
right.
Just leave you two to yourselves.
Yeah.
Give me a sec here. I'm doing.
Walter's PUA
I rolled a
skills.
0 too.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Christ.
Man, this room is getting. I think I need to excuse myself. Hey, move over, Isaac.
Red is the rose in my time.
Hey, Isaac.
He takes your arm, you're singing together. Red is the rose.
Yeah, Rose. That's lovely.
In the merry month of June, Rocky Road to Dublin, something.
Man, my shoes.
I'm going to
We
bed
need to
now.
drop down to start cleaning it up.
Let's ask the tentacles to send him off to bed with some fried eggs and grilled cheese sandwich.
All the grease.
I am not drunk. I am a little tipsy, is all.
Oh no! You're fast drunk. You half dead. Just sleep it off.
I
And
just
some Ritz crackers.
honestly leave it to the judgment. We leave it to the judgment of the temple.
Rascal.
Yeah.
You are my favorite friend. I love you, man.
It's nice. It's nice.
You are the best.
I guess it's just love. Look, I'm gonna help him get into the room. Y'all deal with this.
When this is all over,
I'm not touching
we're gonna have some fun.
Oh yeah. I don't think I want this out of fun.
Roscoe, he's gonna have some fun. You enjoy yourself now.
Well,
To be fair, in the 20s, you would not be thinking that. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Come on, Isaac.
yeah. We're gonna steal a car, and we're gonna go shoot up a town. And anyway, so you drag Isaac off to bed. I have to note that booze in the Dreamlands is very, very a lot more alcoholic, and apparently Isaac has reached the harder stuff, probably by accident. Continuity? What the hell is that? Anyways,
he was wandering up on the bar,
Continuity is for
and
other
he could
people.
reach the top shelf.
Children shouldn't drink this.
yes. Alright, one sec. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so, okay, what? Shit. Okay, yeah, I was looking for some information, but I got distracted with Isaac's drunken debauchery. Give me a moment, please. Damn it, where? I had taken notes on this. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So, basically, she tells you a kind of a story about a sorcerer that she and him kind of knew, that they knew each other. Her daughter.
They knew each other.
Her daughter was basically captured his eye, but she, however, loved someone else. So when they fell in love, the two people, and when the sorcerer found out, he killed them both and tore out their hearts. However, their hearts came together, and through some kind of magic, they formed into kind of this stone. This kind of like jeweled stone. And it was like intertwined by some magic or something of this nature. And basically, the sorcerer kind of grew obsessed. He was consumed to get it. And in the end, he was trying to get it, but basically she kept it away from him. And basically, through her hate, through her damnation of him, Stone kind of also manifested itself in a way. And in the end, she escaped the sorcerer, and the sorcerer swore that he'd get the stone. And she swore that she'd destroy it before he could ever get his hands on it.
Have you tried? Well, never mind.
That
Never mind.
Interesting. And what was the sorcerer's name?
I never knew his name.
Okay.
If I
Have
did,
you placed an ad desperately seeking missed connections on Craigslist?
hey, that hasn't been invented yet.
I know. Metagaming. I can't do it.
Okay.
So have we told Henry the sorcerer's name? I mean, about the sorcerer?
I assume so. For now, let's go back to okay, guys. I gotta really go to the beings of Ed because I have been putting them aside for a while now. Okay.
Go, go, go.
All right, so we'll get to that. So you reach the beings of Ed, and they are more than willing to let you borrow their speaking dummy thing.
Okay.
Whee!
And so basically, it follows you, like, and if you touch it, it speaks your thoughts for you. So it's like whatever you're thinking.
Nice!
Cool. So I am going to allow the creature to touch it so that we can know.
Yeah.
And I want to see what Bruja's reaction to what is about to happen.
All right.
I don't trust this woman.
All right. So, you know, the hand forces him to touch it, and his head surges in pain, and basically the doll this fungus humanoid, it kind of surges along with him, and you hear like all sorts of words in different languages blurred out, and it's incohesible, and it just goes like that until like the statue lets go. And then, you know, the doll just kind of, you know, goes lifeless again.
So, no use at all. We don't know what it was saying.
No.
This NPC has no quest for me currently.
Yeah.
I look up at the creature and I say, "Are you whatever the guy's name is, Miron Mirror?"
Winner, chicken dinner. He nods his head.
Yes.
Yes.
I basically give.
I've walked in.
Under a magical spell.
At that point, he can't bring himself to shake his head or anything.
I'm gonna go, yeah.
Did you kill
Is
the
this
kitty?
his real form? And he's only been disguising himself as a person.
Anyways, Henry. Okay, so basically, while we're talking to Henry, would like to do two things. One, he thinks that'd be a good idea to seal off the creature in a padded compartment. You know, as a prisoner. You know, he'll be under lock and key and all that good stuff. So, you know, until, you know, punishment can be, you know, when punishment can be run. And he would also like to make a formal announcement to everybody on the train, you know, as to clarify what has happened. You know.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Did we ask it if it had killed Blackjack yet?
No, we had not.
No. We're just assuming at this point.
Yeah, ask it. We'll ask it that before.
Yeah, he nods his head to that. He nods his head to that.
Okay.
You sealed your own fate.
Did any of the other cats hear that?
Huh?
Did
He's
any
making a
of the other cats hear that he admitted to killing the cat?
Yeah, I'm sure some of them did. It's, again, you know, they follow you around, so I'm assuming that, you know, at this point, you know, most of the people on the train or who's around or looking at it kind of realize that he's guilty of something, but again, they don't know what's exactly going on because you guys haven't told what has happened. So, anyways, so he basically puts the monster under lock and key, and basically everyone gathers into the dining hall, and you guys all everyone sits down. Henry asks for your attention and gives you guys the floor to explain what has happened.
So he's gonna dump it on us?
Well, he'll say a few words if you guys like, but he feels that since you guys were the ones who have done the investigation, that you're the most qualified to explain on how you gave reasoning and why he's guilty.
Okay. Hey, I giggle as I see a suggestion over there. I'm so sorry to interrupt all of y'all's wonderful, beautiful time. What has happened here is one of our kitten friends has met a rather uncomfortable demise at the hands.
It's basically, the entire crowd, people go shocked. Like, oh no! Oh, it can't be! Oh no! He's like,
yeah.
Where's the food?
I never said that.
Bloody cannons! It's like,
Under my breath, sneaking Sarnathians.
it's like, oh, and the madman. Forgot he's on board, but yeah, I won't do his voice now.
It's very depressing. But regardless, we have apprehended the perpetrator of the crime, and he will be placed under lock and key. Yeah. Sorry, I keep reading the text on this side of the screen as it's popping up.
It's all good.
Oh, all right.
Now, unfortunately, some of the people involved in the intricacies of this act still among us. An improver. So, yeah. Anyway, unfortunately, they will not be receiving any punishment, Madam Improver.
At that point, Matt goes, get on with it. And everyone goes, yes, get on with it.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your trip. Goodbye.
Anyways, yeah, so I assume it was. So I think Henry kind of goes in after you and eloquently wraps it up for people, and everyone is just very sad at the loss of their friend Blackjack. Sophia's mother, Sophia, the mother of Blackjack, is again very glad that you found the culprit of the crime, and thanks you very much. And anyways, as you guys go back to look at a monster, you realize he instead of finding a monster, you see Moromir bound and bound by and locked under lock and key, and he's apparently in human form.
Mm.
Are you feeling any more charged?
Interesting.
And basically, he goes, I was memorized. Her enemy.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I didn't quite catch that.
I was mesmerized by her enemy.
Mm-hmm. So you killed the cat, mesmerized?
He her enemy, and then basically he starts twitching, and if he had eyes, he'd probably dial back, but since he has none, he goes in pain and yells out, "Ah!" and then basically kind of falls limp and unconscious.
Don't touch him.
I'll go up and see if he's okay.
Yes!
Hey!
He said it out loud.
Hey, really?
You can't renege.
Anyways, no, he appears to be unconscious.
We can see
Probably
that.
check his pulse.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't checking nothing.
Poke it.
Poking with a
Very
very
long
sharp
stick.
stick.
I'm done touching things.
Um,
That's what she
Anyway.
said.
Oh, I now need to equip myself with a walking stick.
anyways, so moving a bit along. So basically, Henry, as the training goes on, Henry asks if they have any, he's wondering about whether to return him to Ulfar, or to consult King Kuranes as to an appropriate sentence, to an appropriate sentence. They wanted your input on it.
Huh.
Well, I'd like to know how a passenger on this train could have been mesmerized by someone else.
I mean, at least we know how.
Would it have to
He
be
got
on the train?
He was on the train and he turned on the train. So that explains how the monster got on the train, at least.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It seems like there is more going on here than what we have uncovered yet.
I think the
Personally,
sorcerer's on the train.
as much as I like to just hand him over to them there cats and Althar,
Mhm.
there's a slight problem with it if there's more than just him involved. He says he was mesmerized, so whoever mesmerized him probably had something to do with it too. So we gotta get them all clean. Can't leave no loose ends.
There's also something else. Why kill the cat? Why put it in my trunk? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A whole lot of things don't make sense. I mean, we on a train with tentacles.
We're in the dreamlands. Nothing makes sense.
Well, this is not a dream. This is something that happened.
Yes.
Things
How
still
many of
follow
you
a
have
logical
woken up
order.
with cats in your dead
Yeah.
cats in your room?
Again, I'm not gonna get into no dream squabbling because it's bad enough we dream within dreams and all that paradoxical stuff. We're gonna we need to make sure that if we gonna deal a hand, we got all the cards.
Yes. Well, what we want to work for is what if this transformation happens to someone else?
Well, one thing I have to point out that probably Henry would explain is that Morimir species has two forms. So this is like, this isn't like some, he wasn't transformed. This was just one of his forms.
Okay, so that
Okay.
still leaves us in a little bit of danger though, considering we don't know if he came on the ship or on this train already mesmerized, or if he was mesmerized by somebody here already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Margot might like this idea, but what if Bruja is the bad guy and she's making it all look like he's the bad guy?
That's kind of the idea that I've been getting all along. She rubbed me the wrong way from the start.
I say we don't take a chance. We give them both to the cats.
I don't know if I want to put them together in
I lean
close
closer to Walter.
proximity.
As far as I'm concerned, everybody on this train go to the cat except us.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go grab my tea and then I'm gonna snuggle with some cats over there.
You know,
Why don't you just give the tea to Walter and let him offer it
Doesn't
to
do
her?
a thing.
we do have the opportunity to go to Miramir's room and look through all of his stuff.
Oh, let's do
Look a little bit
that.
better.
Good notion.
That's a really good idea.
That's
Stick
the
around
best.
if you want.
That's best idea. That's not just really good idea. That's best idea right now.
All right. So what? So that's okay. So I understand you want to do that. Is there anything else before you kind of reach your next destination and I kind of move on to the next arc?
No.
I want my handcuff with keys.
Sorry?
I want my pair of handcuffs with keys.
Oh.
You can't get that in the Dreamlands. Only the
What are
real.
you talking about? I got 'em right here.
Yay!
Do we know our next destination?
Okay, one question I have to ask. Why would Walter have handcuffs? And let alone why would it transfer to the Dreamland?
You know what? Sometimes it's better not to know.
Well, you know what? That Scotsman's got something handcuffed to him,
Old
and
lady
it made
never
it over
tells.
from from the real world to the dreamland.
Do we know what our next destination is?
Yeah, it's Apparat. Anyways, so yeah, you guys checked, Moneymaker's room, and yeah, it's completely empty. It seems that all he had was like kind of his wine that he was bringing with him for business deals and such.
Don't drink it.
That's just like, I'm sure he won't miss a bottle of this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won't miss a bottle.
Can I get the spot hidden just in case?
If you want, if it makes you feel any better.
Oh, does that mean that there's nothing to find?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if it makes you feel better.
I didn't find anything anyway.
Okay.
Oh, there's nothing there, even though I passed my spot hidden. Imagine that.
Uh-huh. Anyways.
I think. Is there?
No. Anyways, continuing on with this group-induced psychosis that I have inflicted upon all of you. I mean, if I can, I will move on.
Yep.
Okay.
By all means.
Alright. So, at the moment, you have Marmir, who's confessed the crime, and is, considered, guilty at this point in given time. So basically, Henry has decided more or less that he'll keep him, he won't be able to take him to Opal right away. So he'll take him to the king as well for his judgment as well, unless any other given suggestions, for the most part. Anyway.
Let's take him to the king.
Anyways, moving on. So the train arrives in Apparat, and it's been a bit after the murder and stuff. And Henry does some trading, and basically the second banquet is produced. And as such, everyone is gathered into the hall, and since Blackjack's death, it's a bit of a somber note because everyone is tense, quiet. It's not as joyful as it once was. The Sitharans kind of act like it should be, but they're Sitharans. So it's kind of like a moot point. At the banquet, we have chestnut soup, roast magach birds dressed in their plumage, heels of camels from the Bazanique desert, including one dromedary whose roast flesh tastes pleasantly of garlic, fish from Lake Minar, each of vast size, served upon several platters, fruits, nuts, and spices from Sitharan Grove, sauces prepared by the subless cooks, suited to the palate of every feaster, and drinks are pearls, wave-wash metal dissolved in the vinegar of Tras, and the wines of Sharad, the Apollon, the Kafanian Hills, and Mount Erin, and Zug Moontree wine.
Oh, Zug wine is good.
I'll take some of that Moontree wine.
Yeah, I'll try some of that wine too.
and the fish from Minar.
Isaac
the
sober.
big ones that you said.
Yeah, Isaac kind of fierce, and he's more or less sobered up.
Okay there, buddy?
I surprisingly don't have a hangover. I don't know if that's because I'm Irish or is it because of this mindfuck of a place.
I'm gonna go with Dream because you pretty shit-faced.
Yeah. So what I missed?
Yeah, not much.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. It's good to see you're not having fun without me.
Oh, never.
Not as much fun as we would have had with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, hang on a sec. Have we woken? Like, are we out of the Dreamlands now, or are we still?
No, you're still in the Dreamlands.
Okay.
Yep, the fun never ends on this acid trip of yours. Alright, so, anyways. So, in order to lighten the mood, Zuza, the dancer, decides to dance to lighten the atmosphere. So the place is sad for her, and then out of nowhere, music is heard. You don't know where it comes from, but it's there, and you don't see any instruments or any people playing. it just comes from from some unknown place all around you, and it's beautifully made. And she dances very well, and even better than before. And you can tell that she dances with a passion and sadness for Blackjack's death. And she just dances, and for a small moment, all of you can put on some weak smiles despite the parting of Blackjack.
I love that kitten.
So did I. You little bastard. We have them back in Dublin.
Yes, we have cats where I'm from too.
That's what I meant.
I think
It's my glass to Blackjack.
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 The
I'm
blackjack.
still raising this too, but he ain't looking away.
Yeah. So basically, I assume that you guys all raise your toasts to Blackjack, and the other passengers do it as well. Oh, it's Blackjack. Yes, to Blackjack. Yes, whatever, Blackjack.
Stinking
That's again for me. Anyway, so basically, it goes on for a moot point, and then basically, James, you notice the stars kind of like get your attention again, and they kind of talk to you. Waltier, do you mind if we
Enjoy your company, Waltier. I'm going over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get in there.
How can I help you?
He basically put his arm around you. He's like, I understand that you may have gotten on a wrong foot with us. And, I forgive you. I forgive you. It's all nice and good, and it is nice. But we have some business.
We have business.
Not you, but we, my friends, my delegates.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we've come here to negotiate with the beings of Id, as they like to call themselves. What losers. It's a waste of time and pointless. But we wouldn't mind if you were to offer assistance to us.
Assistance in what?
What negotiations? These beings of Ib. We are too high above to speak to such low beings. You are very good at talking to these lowbrow people. You could help us. And your investigation. You've impressed us. Come now. Can't we be allies?
What is the negotiations for?
Some complaints they had. Something about some payments. A statue. They've written some foolish man. You'll have a room to discuss. Will you help us? You will learn more details then. Come.
Walter gets up with them and sort of looks at his friends and gives them a little knowing wink, like, I'll be back.
Oh, please take your time. We will be enjoying the festivities.
Okay. Go have your fun. I'll be sitting with my friends.
Yes. Very good. It is nice.
So, make sure I'm out of earshot of said people.
Yeah.
And join my group and kind of go, okay. So, the assholes want me to negotiate for them with the beings of Id.
Let's tell the beings, Viv, that the Sarnathians want you to negotiate with the beings of Viv and use you to be their mouthpiece.
Yeah.
But I
No, Alexi is going to be the negotiator. From what I remember, is he's the negotiator for the beings of it.
Well,
Alexi is the negotiator for the beings of Ib.
Well, I will state this.
We need to let the beings of Ib know that the Sarnathians want to use you, Walter, so they know what's going on. Because obviously the Sarnathians are trying to pull one over on the Ibs.
I don't know what you mean by Walter having that going on. I mean, those Sarnathians are such nice people, and I kind of side-eye Walter. There's no way he could possibly want to doom this arrangement.
No, clearly not.
Of course not. But we don't. We
don't know who's
with this line without metagaming.
I tap the table saying you don't know who's listening.
I say that whatever I say, Walter agrees to, and that's our negotiations. Everything in the favor of the Ibs and against the Sarnathians.
Oh, such a given person. I'm sure he won't do anything that would jeopardize this proceeding, would you, Walter?
I don't trust them.
What?
I mean, you seem like a straight shooter to me.
Why? I would never do anything underhanded.
That's what I thought you'd say.
I'm certainly not.
I do believe you will do a fine job as mediating for those pretty boys over there.
Sarnathians?
And what they call? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think there's some Sarnathians.
I know, I'm being an ass. I think this calls for celebration. More drinks!
I'll take one more drink.
Yeah.
I'll have one.
Is done. I'll say the Ibs want 500 million acres of land, and he'll say done.
Sounds excellent to me.
They would like the city of Sarnath for their own. Done.
Anyways.
Well, there has to be some.
Why would they want Walter?
They have to have some
I'm
tact.
sure you can work
I'm
something
sorry?
out.
Sorry, what did you ask?
No, I wasn't asking anything.
Yeah, I know, but Alex was. Sorry, Thomas, you said, yeah.
I said, I don't trust them. Why would they want Walter if they're going to lose?
Because he's as good looking as they are.
Appreciate. The Ibs want me because they can't speak for themselves.
Hey, birds of a feather, as they say. They taking the shine to our friend Walter here.
Haven't you guys learned anything from Game of Thrones? Haven't you guys learned nothing from Game of Thrones negotiation? Alright. Anyway, so, can I move on? Or is there anything else you guys wanted to do during the festivities? Talk to any of the other people?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm good.
No.
Alright, so we will move on to negotiations. So, more or less, so this is after dinner negotiations. And, again, I assume that Alexei and Walter, you will meet up with your respective, parties.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you, again, the way the negotiations are going to be held, they're not going to be really, in private. Like, basically, they don't care if anyone listens or not, so it'll be kind of open door. I assume most people won't show up because, who the hell wants to listen to negotiations? I mean, haven't we learned anything from Star Wars, the prequel? Anyways, so basically, my question is, those who don't have a specific set party, do you guys want to team up with any, like Alexi, or split the party, or where are you guys going to be hanging around? Because the Sandarans and the beings of it have no problem with, the respective chosen negotiators bringing in their friends.
I'm just here for dinner and a show.
Yes. As am I. Bring it up.
Well, I could help Alexi in there to me. If not, then I'm going to go watch this debate or this
Yeah, what is it that we could actually do for them?
That,
Besides cheer them on.
I asked
well,
the tentacles
you're-
to bring a pot of buttered popcorn.
Yeah. Well, Kim, like I said, you're not completely out of the loop of negotiations. You can still negotiate on the behalf of your friends, you know? You'll be just kind of assuming that, you know, it's kind of like you'll be, you know, grouped in with them, you know? Like the main person they... Sorry?
Advisors.
What?
Advisors.
Yeah, sort of like that. It's you know...
Okay. Well, if Lexi's got Corey, then I'll stand with Walter.
Alright.
So have I spent like an hour with the Ibs first so that I know what they're after?
I'll assume they'll debrief you on the way to their like negotiations. So they'll kind of debrief you. I'll get to you in a sec about that. I'm just kind of so basically. So we got Rose with Walter, and we got Dr. Price with Alexi. We're all good. Can I start? And the rest will be watching.
How are we going to start when neither Alexi or myself know what the negotiations are for?
I'm going to tell you in a moment. I'm just wanting to be able to
because the way you were saying it sounded like you were going to start the negotiation.
No, I'm starting kind of the process. You know, I'm going to go into more detail. I just wanted to know the basic stuff. All right. So basically, as far as you understand, the Satharans are okay, so the Sathar, how to put this, because you guys are both on different perspectives, so it's like each of you will get a biased perspective. But the point being, the Satharans apparently may have slaughtered the beings of Ib when they were building the city of Sarnath. And so they caused immense slaughter to them, and basically they took their statue. Their statue of the likeness of Balkrog. Thank you. And apparently, so basically this is kind of war reparations. So the beings of Ib want, finances, specifically 10,000 rubies and sapphires to rebuild Ib, a personal apology from this darn king, and a statue to be returned.
Okay.
So the way...
Rubies?
10,000 rubies, yes, to rebuild it.
And what does the Sarnathians want?
They don't want to fulfill. They don't want to meet the requirements.
Oh my gosh.
They're trying
So
to.
why are they here?
They're,
What is keeping them wanting to do this negotiation? Because what's stopping them from just saying no, screw you, and then walking out the door?
well, they want to. They've been sent here as kind of a formality. They want to say that they did negotiations, and they said, this is kind of like the official screw you. The Sadarans want to officially tell the beings Zib, fuck you, and don't bother us anymore. So, at least that's what you can gather, but, Anyways, and I might add that you both get a very biased perspective on both your sides, Again, with the beings of Ib, you get a less biased, explanation. They just want war reparations. And the Satharans, they just kind of look down on the beings of Ib, and they said that they should have been slaughtered. And that they shouldn't, that what the hell are they doing asking for this shit?
Say, what in the hell could they possibly say to justify their position? And what they're saying is these guys should have been slaughtered.
They should have been slaughtered. They're better than them, and that that they're lower creatures.
And basically, we're prettier than they are. What the hell do you mean we should give it back?
Yes. So, is there any questions you want to ask on both your sides that I can answer more or less?
Yeah. What the fuck, Sarnathians?
Yes, and basically, the beings of Ib say if their demands are not met, Sarnath will meet her doom.
course. On the thousand.
Sounds good.
All right.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
think I am ready. Did the negotiations begin?
Yes. Okay. So the IT party is ready. Walter, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on a sec. I have to set the mood. So you guys walk in dramatically with both parties. You know, like lawyers and your clientele. You walk together into a room. Henry has set the room with a giant table. You know, one side chairs fitted for the beings of Ib and their doll, and the other side for the, you know, Sarnathians. There's food, water, wine, you know, all the, you know, stuff for negotiations, room for talks, paper, and pen, and you know, ink, and, you know, all the good stuff for treaty negotiations. So basically, the rest of you who are not being so much part of the investigation but watching are, yeah, in like on the sidelines. You guys have been given chairs in your own little bar and lobby to kind of watch from the side. And Isaac is there, and he's actually talking with Khrushchev. But more on that later. Anyways, so they both enter the rooms. Beings scoff at the beings of Id, and then the beings of Id, you know, calmly, collectively sit down together. And, you know, both parties are standing together on the side of the table, standing up. And they sit, you know, in some sort of aspect, the beings of Ib want to start, you know, say, let us commence the negotiations of the reparations of, and they go on in more details, and the beings of Ib, yes, get on with the bloody thing. Cut. Well, that stupid creature. And then basically you assume that's the start of the negotiations. Go.
In the years when at first Sarnath came to this place, there was a massacre of the people of Ib. They were slaughtered and their possessions taken away, including their god, the statue of Bokrag, the great water lizard. Now, at this time, they would like reparations for these crimes in the sum of 200,000 rubies. They would like the return of their statue, and they would like a formal apology from the king of Sarnath.
I think the apology should be, at least the apology should be in.
Don't reduce our bid at this point.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, so the Sarnathians scoff and say, "Of course they want something. Lesser creatures always want something more." Well, here, you know, do what you do.
So the beings of Ib lost in the war, and now they're complaining? Is that what I'm understanding of this?
Are you talking to some Darins or for the beings of Ib? Like, who are you directing that to?
I'm speaking to Alexi, which I'm assuming is their
The
mediator.
beings of Ibs are not warlike creatures. They were slaughtered. It was not a war, it was a slaughter.
Well, by technical terms, they have been defining it as a war. The beings of Ib like to look at it as some kind of.
Who is talking right now in this negotiation?
I'm explaining to you on how each side views it.
Yes, I kind of know that.
Yeah, okay, so the Starins kind of do look at it as a war, but the beings of Ill look at it as a first contact kind of misunderstanding.
Right, and I'm arguing with Walter.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you more. I'm giving you more details.
I understand. Walter.
So, as I understand it, they lost. They want stuff that they lost, even though when you lose things.
They aren't asking for much. A statue, an apology, and a few rubies.
Turn to the Sarnathians. How important is this statue?
It's one of our hallmarks of our city. No way in hell would we give this back to them.
Which would be easier to give them, the apology or the statue?
They don't need to get anything.
The statue is non-negotiable. It must be returned. But we would consider reducing the amount of rubies from 200,000 to 150,000.
I'm curious. Sarnathians, clearly, they are very distraught. And I understand from your point of view, why bother? I know I wouldn't. But if you don't give them something, they're just going to keep coming back and bothering you over and over again. Do you want to keep seeing them? Having to see what they look like again and again?
So just put them in a dot. Yes, you do have a point.
I mean, let's be reasonable human beings here. I don't want to look at them either. They're disgusting. And that's just their negotiator.
If I knew how to cuss in English, I probably would have.
But if
Yes, I'll make little choking noises off to the side. Oh.
But if you even touch them, the smell alone doesn't go away for I don't know how long. Do you want to keep coming back and risking the chance that they might touch you?
Oh, I can't even stand the thought of it.
Listen, all they want is a place of their own. They will take their rubies, they will take their statue, and they will go elsewhere. You will never have to see them again. They will not have to become refugees in your own city.
That is something you really want to consider.
Okay, so if I can intervene here. So the Centaurans, thought that they'll say, we will allow the payment of the rubies. Well, it's nothing for us, but apparently inferior creatures always tend to need handouts, such as the beings of Ib.
Well, I look at the Ibs. What do they say?
It's like, yes, the finances would be well reserved, but the most important things are the other demands still yet to have met. As the statue is non-negotiable, we can still negotiate on the personal apology.
Listen, the statue is unnegotiable. They must have it back. It is their most important artifact from their ancient city. They must have it back.
No, listen. You do not... Alexei, you do not demand the statue. They won the statue fair and square in battles of war. There's no way you guys are going to get that.
Consider it a show of a gesture.
What? Wait. Do the beings of Ib pray to this statue?
I believe so.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Oh my God!
Well,
Sarnathians, do you want these people to keep coming back to your city? To keep coming back to stand in front of this statue?
You're speaking to the Sarnathians?
Yeah, I've turned to talk to them. Do you want them to come into your city to stink up the place while they try to pray to their false god, when really it is no It is a simple trinket of sacrifice for you to let them take it and never deal with them again.
The statue is non-negotiable. One of them slams his fist on the table. If they so much as try to come to our statue, we will slice them in halves. These inferior creatures will have no footing in our loved city. The statue, we will refuse the statue.
Is it worth 50,000 rubies to you?
No, it is not worth 50,000 rupees. It is a hallmark of our city.
Oh my gosh, no, hang on 1 second. Did you just say that a statue from the beings of Ib is a hallmark in your city? How disgusting! I can't believe you said that.
Yes, I wouldn't expect that. I thought better of you, Walter. I thought you'd understand better taste. But clearly, I was wrong about certain.
Better taste? You have a statue of these disgusting creatures in your city.
It has brought wealth and prosperity to us all.
Wealth and prosperity.
But having to look at it every day.
I'm gonna say this.
How can you stand it?
The smell alone.
Why would you have their statue, that's their god, in your city when you don't even worship their god?
It is a hallmark. It is brought us success and luck and much fortune.
I put my hand on the Sarnath guy that was just talking, and I look at the professor and I say, "You have no business speaking up in these negotiations. I would ask you to hold your tongue, sir. These are delicate situations, and I do not need you to rile these great people any further than they already are. Please forgive my friend."
Yes, of course. So at that point, both parties can discuss amongst themselves, leaving you guys kind of to go have a moment aside.
Okay.
To some of you, I guess maybe you connect with your friends a little bit. You overhear actually Isaac talking with Kuchov. So what you're saying is, you want to make a business deal here? It's like, yes, think of the profit, my friend. You yourself know how to do this business. We know we can make a fortune together. How'd we get him in there?
How the hell do you make a fortune in the Dreamlands? You ain't gonna be able to take it with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, you hear. So basically, you overhear him talking. If you guys want, you can enter in on their conversation.
Nah, I'm more worried about the statue thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking. I'm talking to the Ibs. If we're having an aside, then I'm talking to the Ibs.
Of course.
See what they're willing to go with.
Well, I meant that I meant the beings of Ib were discussing amongst themselves, giving you.
Yeah, I tell the Sarnaths that I'm going to try and talk some reason into my friends.
Yeah. Anyways, if I can finish the Isaac conversation, he basically goes, "I think our world will have guns. If we could supply it to both sides, we could make a fortune. They have never seen such weapons of prowess. We could sell them if we can get them here. We can make a killing." And how would you really propose that? I do not know, but we must find a way. Anyway, so apparently Khrushchev wants to get guns and sell guns to both sides.
That's really interesting.
Walter personally doesn't care. They can do whatever they like as long as Walter isn't there.
Well, I talked to Isaac for a moment. I say, look, this man sold weapons to the people that murdered my family.
I know.
You're not doing any business with him.
I know. Listen, I ain't the type to do business with him. He sold weapons to everyone, not to He didn't care who he sold them to, but he sold them to he sold them to me when we were fighting the damn Brits out of Ireland. Okay, at least should hear him out.
Well, I'm busy. I'm going back to the Ibs.
I try to entertain his losing the grandeur.
I lean closer to Walter. I think you need to push this over the edge a little bit more. Make sure that they don't get that statue back.
What's this?
Personally, your new friends, they irritate me. I'm a little curious to see what happens if this breaks down.
Okay. I'm just trying. I'm trying to see what I can do with getting them to. What I can persuade out of them. Because clearly they don't want to let go of the statue. The money's no object.
Well, they're convinced that the statue has brought them great fortune. If we can convince them that the statue had nothing to do with it, it was their own fantastical greatness that did it.
I just got a feeling about this. The quiet ones are not the ones you should mess with, technically. And those Ibs are pretty quiet.
They don't talk English.
Maybe they shouldn't. Ain't the point.
Alright. So,
maybe we should have them in discussions.
alright, so do you mind if we restart the negotiations? Yeah, reconvene. Okay, so both parties, they start surrendering, and then the Tatarians speak first. We may be able to return the statue in the future, sometime, and maybe we can negotiate it later. Okay.
Well, I have to be able to get some sort of feeling from the Ibs as to what they're willing.
It is acceptable. We simply, if it is not completely discarded, then it is acceptable. If it is the best choice of option that we can get out of this situation.
How about the apology from the king? A formal written apology.
We would write an apology so long as if we can word it how we want.
And 150,000 rubies.
Yes, we've already agreed to that.
Well, is that acceptable to the Ibs?
Yes, that does. It seems that two of our demands have been met, and our third one is still up for discussion, so it is acceptable.
All right. Do we shake on it?
Yes. Hold on, Walter. Did you catch all that?
Yeah, I was listening. I apologize.
Okay. Alright. Yes, so an entire room fills with gas, and then basically you guys take out two lightsabers to fight off the Trade Federation. Oh wait, that's the wrong movie. I forgot. That was actually Trade Negotiations too. Anyway,
I thought you were referring to the smell.
Okay, so the Satarans stand up, and basically the fungus doll kind of stands up for him and extends its outward, and one of them basically shakes, and the doll says doom, and then basically to hell with all of you, hope you rot, and then basically they all leave smugly.
Alright.
Okay. Nobody died. I guess that's a win.
It's bath
Not
time.
yet.
Not yet, yeah.
No, he touched the fungus doll. The fungus doll, not the being of.
The fungus doll did that?
So
Yeah.
you're saying that the Sarnathians were thinking that?
Well, they weren't thinking that, but the doll apparently whenever it touches a star and it says doom.
Okay.
I like this doll.
Yeah.
It's a cute doll.
Alright, that was fun. Now it's bath time. Because we all smell.
Well, unless you touch, like I said, unless you touch it being unless you touch it being a bib, you're fine. And Henry will clean up mostly any mess that the Sidarans have left.
They kept poking me.
Well, they've been using their doll.
Just get another massage, Alexi.
Yeah.
They've been using their doll for negotiations for the most part. So yes, one sec here. So, so as the negotiations end, both parties dismount. Do you guys return to their rooms, like for them to debrief you or something, or do you stay with your friends?
Yeah, I'll go back.
I'm done with these dudes.
All right.
No, I'll go back with them. I
Alright.
don't think this may not be done, so I'm just going to go back and
Yeah.
see the reactions to it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go apologize to the Ibians.
Yes. So basically,
Yeah, I am too.
All right. So basically, as you guys are leaving, Khrushchev kind of dismounts and actually walks with the being's Vib, and he talks about how he can get he's trying to encourage tell him about these things called guns and firearms and how he can use them to sell, and the stars are kind of interested. Basically, I'll start out with the beings of Vib. Basically, the beings of Vib thank you formally, and they're in your debt for helping with the negotiations, because, if they were to do this by themselves, no doubt the negotiations would be more poorer because of their communication skills. But,
I got them way more rubies than they wanted.
Oh, yes, they're very appreciative, and, no doubt, if the beings we have earned...
with 10,000 of those rubies.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Build another statue.
But you've secured a place in the beings of Vib history, and as well as if you ever visit their homeland, they will most likely treat you as a hero. All of you as heroes.
Yeah. Ginny and Jiggle after.
Yeah.
I'm sure the misunderstanding with Walter will be forever long in their memories.
Yes, they will remember it as a clever ruse.
Oh, thank God.
Anyways, so so they're happy and they're grateful, for what they've got out of it at least. So they're more or less happy. Yeah. So then basically at the Sidarans, you got Khrushchev talking to them. They're interested and they'll discuss it more later. And they sit down, they relax, and they're like, let's drink and eat. Let's forget about those inferior beings. And they're basically drinking, and they almost immediately discard anything that's happened.
I would have been surprised if they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right. So
I'm just
that.
gonna try out a tentacle massage.
Yes. Okay. So basically, is there anything else? So basically, I think I'll be moving on to the next part. Is there anything you guys want to do before I reach the next part?
Nope.
I'm good.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah, the night goes on, and you guys all turn into the night. Guess what time it is? Mindfucks!
Woohoo!
Woo, sleepy time.
Alright. Okay, so, I see Walter, James does not want to deal with my shenanigans, so he's forcibly muted and discarded himself so he doesn't have to, talk to me. Yeah. So, for the most part, I think we'll get through everyone's today. I will most likely shorten it. I won't go into deep detail as I did for others, just so we can, so I can get this over with. So that way, you guys don't have to constantly be dealing with this crap, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So let's start with you, Leah.
Yeah.
So the minute you go to sleep.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah. So when you go to sleep, you find yourself in the woods, similar to the ones you were back in Dunwich country.
No.
You're running, and behind you is a giant sleeping tree creature.
No.
And it screams out at you, like.
La 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 la, I'm not here. La 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 la, it's just a dream.
And basically, as you keep running, you see you see basically, Rose Noble's cut up face from the explosion lying somewhere with the trees. It's like,
No, that was Sarah Jane.
yeah, sorry, Sarah Jane. Yeah, too many characters. And it goes, you can't run. You can't run.
I know.
And basically, as you run, you kind of hide under a brush. And then basically,
Okay.
and basically, as you take a breather, it's like, calm yourself, Margot. You hear a voice.
Hello? Oh wait, no, I want to stay hidden.
Yeah. Anyways, basically, you turn out, and walking forward is Dr. Edward Howell with his umbrella and his satchel and his little kitty out of his bag.
Oh, god damn it.
Turn around, go away.
I'm not here to harm you, Margot.
But Dr. Howell, you gotta leave. This is bad for you, real bad.
I know this is where I met my demise, and I do know this is where you saw something truly horrifying. Believe me, my dear, I am sorry.
Oh yeah, you're not the one that saw it. Because I don't think you did see it coming. Did he?
I died.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, it's like, this is not where you want to be.
Margot, I know this must be terrifying, but you must confront your fears.
What, that we're all gonna die? Yeah. I know we're all mortal.
You have faced something truly horrifying, but you have lived. And you keep fighting against these things of other worlds. So, take my hand, Margot, and I will help you confront your dreams. And basically,
What the hell? I don't know if I want to take your hand. You told me too happy of an end here.
But yet I still walk.
Yeah,
when one story ends, another begins.
Don't tell me no shit about no doors and windows.
I try not to, my dear. So
Okay.
So you take his hand, and with a warm right, all your fear and inhibitions fade away, and you wake up, and you find yourself holding kind of like a picture, like kind of like a miniature cabin.
It's cute.
I don't remember having a dual house.
Isaac's.
Huh?
So you've got a little cabin for Isaac's bomb to blow up.
Yes.
Right.
I do. How big is the cabin? Is it like a little tiny dollhouse sized cabin, or is it like
it's very pocketable. It's very pocketable. It's not something like heavy. It's easy to carry. Next one is Rose. Your turn.
Okay.
So basically, you go to sleep. Your dream starts out normally. You're walking into like what seems to be an endless darkness, and you see, you see your parents. They go, Rose,
Mama, Papa,
help us! And then like tentacles grab them, and they're like getting sucked in the darkness. Help us!
No.
And you're left alone in darkness, and you fall down.
Leave me alone.
It's like, and basically hear Dr. Edward Howell's voice again. It seems that you have your troubles as well, my dear.
Did you see my Mama and Papa?
I did. I am sorry for your loss.
They left me alone.
I understand that it is not easy to go through such things.
What must I do to get them back?
I cannot say you will ever find them, but it doesn't mean you cannot stop looking. And he kind of helps you up. You know, I'm assuming you were kneeling in tears. And he says,
Yes.
"But there are
I'm a
people who
sobbing mess
care
right
about."
now.
Yes. He says, "But there are people who care about you." And it would like wave his,
Really?
his umbrella of his umbrella. You see your grandfather with his book. He's like, smiling at you, and then your friends sort of appear behind him. You have
Oh.
friends and family
Hi.
who care for you. Do not forget that. Do not ever
Oh,
forget it.
thank you.
The truth is out there. You may search for it, but never
The
forget.
truth is out there. That's awesome.
And basically, he takes, says, "Be well, my dear."
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Of course. And then basically, your dream fades out. And then you get an adorable locket. Inside is a picture of, your mother and father on both ends.
Oh, I get jewelry. Sweet.
Yes?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm down. Let's see. Walter, your turn.
Walter's had his turn.
Yeah, but he didn't get his dream artifact.
Oh, that's true.
I was going to do everything in more sessions, but then I realized that takes way too long, and I'd probably get on everyone's nerves and just want it over with, so I'm doing it in short bursts. Anyways, so Walter, you find yourself kind of in a similar situation where your sister got her throat slit. Except she hasn't gotten her throat slit, and you see her tied up in the location where she did get it. And there are men all around you, and you're tied up as well. So what say you? Think you'd be paying us?
Yeah,
See,
got the money right here.
See, now I don't believe you. We need some. What's the word? Craig, what's the word? Incentive to believe you.
Well, I'd be happy to show you my incentive if you would only untie me.
Now, see, I like to do that. I think you're a good king. You're a good king. You're smarter than most. You're smarter than most. But see, now, that's the thing. Well, it's just so hard to believe you. And quite frankly, it's more fun. More fun not to believe you. And basically, the two more beings with like they bring more people with bags over their heads. And it's like, we even brought some friends. You want to see your friends? And then basically, he takes off the heads, and it's all your current companions, and they're yelling out. And your sister goes, "Walter, save me!" And she's crying.
Okay. So, which one are you guys going to kill first?
Oh, you already know. That's no fun, Walter. That's no fun.
I was born on a Tuesday, last Tuesday.
Of course. And he basically kind of does a little cut on your throat, on your face, and it hurts. Oh. And it burns a little. But let's take our time, And wait, here's a better suggestion. And he kind of unties you, but as he does, you lose control of your body, and he hands you a knife. I'll let you do it. And as you're struggling to fight your body, you're heading to your sister, to your friend, and you kind of brutally murder each one, and at last your sister. And she cries to you. It's like, Walter, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
And I can't move at all?
You can try, but you can't. You're not getting control. You can speak, but you're not in control.
Well, let's get this over with.
Okay, and unlike everyone else, you take your time with this one, and the way you kill her is sick and depraved, and after that it just gets dark. Now, I can go into detail, but, you know, do you have any comments?
Well,
I mean, you're killing your sister here. You got to have something better than shrugging this off.
well, no, because Walter knows that his sister is already dead. It's like, this is gross, and I'm sure that Walter's going to find the people that did this to him. Not the guys that tied him up, mind you, because he knows they're dead. He knows where the bodies are. But whoever the hell is making me do this, there ain't a place on this world or the Dreamlands they're going to be able to hide.
Yeah, but, you know, like emotion. So anger? Like you're feeling very angry?
As I'm making a mess, I guess, of my sister, I lean in and try to whisper, "I'm sorry."
Okay. I'm sorry. And basically, you know, once it's, you know, she's dead and tortured and whatever else you've been forced to do, you know, you're standing in a pool of blood, and then you hear a familiar voice. And it's like, and it's not the guy who killed you. It's like, well, a fine mess you've made, Walter.
I immediately stab whoever it is.
So you do that, and it's Ulysses Wolfman, the private eye from our first adventure. And you stab a knife through him, and he's not affected by it at all. It's like, that doesn't hurt. And he tosses the knife aside. Look what you did. You killed all your friends. And your sister. Aren't you a twisted fuck?
You have no idea.
Yeah. I'm dead. And yet I'm still around. Seeing you keep fucking things up.
Well, I will say this though: you did mess up one thing.
Right, I killed myself. I got fucked by animated body parts. Oh, cry me a river.
No, no. You thought we were friends.
Right. But here's the funnier part. I ain't the one who made mincemeat of her sister. That's your problem, pal.
That's very true. But my sister's been dead for I don't know how many years, so I don't know who the hell that is.
Yet, and yet you're so cold about it. The big bean con man. I got no emotions. I can do whatever I want, and I don't give a shit. You can say you've lost your humanity. You can say whatever the hell you want to yourself. But in the end, you're just a scumbag. A scumbag who can't admit to himself that he loved his sister.
Well, that may be true.
Anyways, at that point, you know, another figure emerges and says, "Calm yourself, Ulysses." And then it's Dr. Edward Howell behind him.
Oh, Christ.
It's like, well, look who's joined us now. The doctor. And basically, he kind of fades off a bit. I'll leave you to talking then. Be seeing you, Walter. And he kind of, you know, walks off and fades away. It's like, it seems you have some vengeful acquaintances.
You would say it. You would be correct in your assumptions.
I know it's not easy, Walter. I know that you may think that she has passed on, but I died, and I am still around.
Where? You got dynamite stuffed up your ass. Isaac, my sister got killed by other people, not me. And the private dick, Got a Molotov cocktail for his troubles. So, how are you guys, quote-unquote, still alive?
We all exist in one way for another. Walter, I know that you've avenged your sister's trouble, but surely you can't have stopped loving her. Surely some of that guilt is eating you still on today. You don't have to answer me, but I ask of you to do your best to remember. That is all I can offer. So you offer your hand, and I can offer you a way out of this demented little mind trick.
Okay. Point the finger,
Alright, so
and I'll be
basically,
happy to walk out that door.
basically, you zone out, you wake up, and, you find yourself holding a picture of you and your sister together. Both of you are smiling, with genuine smiles.
I fold it up and put it in my jacket pocket.
Alright, so, okay, let's see, who's left?
Is it Alexi?
Yes, Alexi, Roscoe, and Dr. Price. Roscoe, let's do with you. And then Alexi and then Dr. Price will finish off with you, and that'll probably be the end of the session. Cool?
Let's do it.
Good.
Alright. So, well, Nathan isn't here, so we'll assume... So his dream is basically Templars. Dr. Howell appears, saves him, does a pep talk. He gets a cross as his dream artifact. All wrapped up. Okay. Anyways. Basically. So, moving on to... Roscoe. Okay. So your dream, you wake up and you find yourself in some kind of ritual. You're tied down and there appears to be some kind of voodoo priest chanting.
Oh, shit. You can stop the chanting. I don't know nothing. Let me go.
Okay, now, do you guys mind if I do a voodoo priest accent, or is that going to be offensive? I don't want to get hate mail, or I don't want Mike to get hate mail on my behalf for doing something stupid or racist.
Don't. Then
Yeah,
don't.
don't risk it. Don't even go there.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't risk it.
Alright. Alright, so basically, he's talking, he's like, it seems you have awakened.
Yeah, I think.
You will be a good sacrifice. A very good sacrifice.
Oh, man, I'm kind of stringy. I don't know about this sacrifice nonsense.
He licks his knife.
Yeah, see, you didn't have to do that, man. Look, I don't know anything. Let me go.
Anyway, he starts chanting, Kalima, Kalima, Kalima.
I'm pulling at the ropes as hard as I can.
Anyway, as the knife comes down, everything disappears, and you find yourself standing again in eternal darkness. And Dr. Edward Howell appears, talking. Oh, it seems you have been given quite the scare.
More ways than one. I know you.
Forgive me. I am Dr. Edward Howell, and this here is Mr. Whiskers. And a cat meows out of his satchel.
Roscoe looks at the cat, looks at the man, and pleasure, I'm sure.
Yes. He kind of, does his umbrella. It's like, yes. It seems you have quite a fear of the unknown, of these supernatural.
You see things living in the swamp.
I've seen many things, my boy. And I'm sure you will see many more on this journey. But you cannot be afraid of them. You can... I believe that you can overcome them.
Stops the nightmares. I'm cool with that.
can only offer aid. You must truly overcome yourself in order to overcome your nightmares. And he basically offers your hand, his hand. And
Roscoe
like,
looks at it and takes it.
yeah, it's like, I wish you well, my friend. And then basically, the dream fades out, and you're, back in your whole, and you wake up with a voodoo doll.
I look at the dog. It's like, oh man, where the hell was that? Look at it. That Irish bloke is drinking.
1 sec here. Yeah. I'm responding to Mike, sorry. 5 minutes? Okay. Okay, so we done to that, Alexi, and then Corey, okay? So, Alexi,
Yes.
so you start off back kind of like in the temple of the simulacrum, where you found the first piece of the left arm. And you're walking.
I burst into flame.
Yes. And you start walking through it all again. You see like the depravity. You see the hands kind of coming out of the walls, and you hear the whispers all around you. Power. You can have the power. Revenge, power. Buy me a cheeseburger, power.
Okay.
Buy insurance, power. Credit cards are dumb. I like James Fonda. All the terrible shit. 80s movies are the best. No, they're not. You're an idiot. Shut up. Anyways, so you start walking, and anyways, you eventually reach the tube, and you hear the voice just go louder, and you hear it's like, take me, and the power will be yours. And leave the hate.
It's in front of me?
Yes, it's glowing.
I don't know.
It's like, and then who shows up? None other than Harrison Ford, of course. No, it's Dr. Edward Howell.
I don't know Dr. Howell. Who are you?
I am Dr. Edward Howell. And this
Didn't we meet him when we were first getting on the train? Sorry.
Oh, yes. You're that guy we saw in Uther.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you once again.
The others seem to know you, but I don't know who you are.
Yes, I was a compatriot of theirs on their adventures.
I see. Why are you here? In my dream.
To offer you aid. Or advice.
Okay.
You have much hatred and pain inside you.
Yes, I do. My whole family was murdered.
And I understand, and I understand why you feel the way you do. But, not personally, I'm afraid, but I have suffered my own demise, and he shows his throat. And I can understand the pain. But I do know that pursuing this artifact for your own power, for revenge, may not end well for you.
Well, that sounds probably like good advice.
I can only offer my advice to you. Whether or not you take it is up to you. I will not judge. I cannot judge on what actions you take.
I believe, since I have become aware that I am dreaming, that you are only my own subconscious mind explaining this to me. So perhaps I should listen to myself and not go in that direction. Perhaps I have been angry for too long.
I do not ask of you to give up your rage or hatred or anything of that, or even to forget about the pain you have suffered. All I ask is to remember that going down a dark path and going down this path, pursuing something even darker, may lead to total damnation and offer you more pain than when you started out.
That's true. We wouldn't want that, would we?
No. So he offers his hand. You know, there's a handshake.
All right. That is my hand.
All right, so I wish you well, my friend. And then basically the dream fades out, and then you wake up and you have a replica of the left arm of the simulacrum, except engraved on it are Russian pictures of your family and the Bolsheviks and all sorts of, you know, neat little things.
Cool.
All right.
My pocket.
Yes. So, basically, now, last but not least, Dr. Bryce, Mr. Corey, your turn to suffer this dream dementia. Okay?
Okay.
So, basically, your dream starts out like everyone else's. You find yourself in the remnants of an exploded lab. People are, acid, burnt. Acid has decoded them, and you see what appears to be your remnants of your parents who were working at in the lab.
Mother? Father?
And
Is
then
that
you hear,
really you?
and even though they're dead, they kind of rise up, and in unison they turn their heads. It's like, yeah, yes. And then they kind of burst into flames in pain.
This is...
Yes.
Oh,
And then,
okay.
Mike, we're almost done. Just give me 2 minutes. And then Dr. Edward Howell appears behind you. It's like, it seems that you've felt your loss as well.
Who are you?
Ah, Dr. Edward Howell, at your service. And this is Mr. Whiskers.
Okay, then. Why are you doing this to me?
I did not do this to you. I'm afraid the Dreamlands and the Dreamlands Express have a tendency to amplify one's burdens.
Oh, really?
I understand that you felt great pain.
Yes,
But you must,
yes, I do.
and I know you want rage for what has been done to them.
Yes.
But know, as I've told one of your other compatriots, that rage leads to more pain, and pain can only lead to darkness.
Yeah. Makes sense, Mr. Howell.
Yes, Dr. Howell. Yes, so
Okay,
be wary of...
Dr. Howell.
Even if I am deceased, I do still like to be called a doctor. And he offers his hand. It's like, remember, hate leads to more hate, and hate leads to pain, and pain leads to suffering.
I will surely remember that.
All right, so you shake hands, dream fades off, and you have yourself a beaker.
This is really interesting.
And that is it. We will end our session there.
And remember, if you don't win the book tonight, hate leads to anger. Anger leads
Yes. Yes.
Anger leads to
I don't know if everyone got that message. Yes.
something, and then something, and then the dark side. We get there eventually.
Yes, Mike specifically ordered me. Mike ordered me to make sure that I had a PSA in this session.
That's right.
He wanted me to make sure that you can't run the session without a PSA.
That's
I was
right.
like, fine.
Okay, so if you would like to be in the random drawing for the Sea of Ash, shoot me an email.
Yep.
And put Sea of Ash in the subject, and in the body of the email write Scott Thomas. We're just shaking this up so people can't guess later. And the email address is lovecraftezine@gmail.com. lovecraftezine@gmail.com, and I'll pick someone and send it off tomorrow. So,
Yes.
you guys have fun?
Cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, and I'll announce the winner either tonight or tomorrow when I start working again. One or the other. It'll be announced fairly quickly. So, all right. Well, thanks, Patrick.
No problem.
All right.
And I will see you guys next week. Hey, we're going to have Larry Barron on the show for those interested on March the 22nd. We've got guests stacked up till then on the Sunday show, I mean.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
all right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Patrick.
No problem.
Thanks for
Have a good night.
so much.
later.